Well, good morning. Hope you're doing well. I'm a little bit sleepy this morning. It's kind of early, but I wanted to talk to you about eggs. Well, I've still got some good eggs. I have got these farm fresh, organic, free range eggs. They're, when I say organic, they feed them organic feed, let them run around, eat bugs. That's a wonderful thing. There's a few things I ask. I get these from the farmer's market. And there's a few things I'll ask people when I'm starting to get in, when I need an egg source. Number one, do you wash the eggs? There's a protective coating on these, natural coating, that when they lay these eggs, it's called a bloom. And when you wash off that coating, these eggs become porous and it absorbs everything around them. You get a commercialized eggs, and the number one, they keep them all penned up. They feed them with hormones so they can grow fast. They feed them with antibiotics so they don't get sick because they're running around, and well, it's a different story. But and then they wash them, and they usually wash them. You see, they're all white. They wash them with bleach. So what do you think's in your eggs? Bleach, hormones, antibiotics. Stay away from the commercialized eggs. So another thing I ask them if they're fertile, if they have roosters running around, that's a wonderful thing, good fertile egg. Another thing is if you refrigerate them. Does he refrigerate them? And that's not the end of the world, but we're the only country in the world that refrigerates our eggs. Did you know that? You go to Mexico, they're all sitting on the counter, and they last, 2-3 weeks just fine. So I ask them those questions. Usually I can call this guy, and I guess by regulations he's got to wash them, but I can call him up and he'll set some aside that are unwashed and unrefrigerated for me, so I appreciate that. And then when I'm looking for a source also, I'll crack an egg. I just cracked this one, kind of hold it up, crack it, and watch the yolk. If the yolk's nice and firm, and it shouldn't crack. If it busts when you put it in the dish, or you push down on it, I push down on it. Give it a couple good pokes, and if it stays nice and firm, that's a fresh egg. If it breaks, they're probably not fresh, okay? So who knows how long these have been sitting in there. They don't know how long they sell before they sell. We don't know. So anyway, I've got a good source. And then also, before I do, I ask them if I can crack one, taste it. They'll usually say sure. So give it a little taste. It doesn't taste bad at all. Some people get a little squeamish, when you're doing eggs. So I like to put them in my shake anyways. I don't need them, just slam them like, Rocky style. Have before, not a problem for me. But I put them in the shake. There's a lot of packed nutrition in an egg. In the yolk especially, okay? So you've got your water-soluble vitamins, your A's, your B's, B6, B12, your D's. Your D's you get from the sun. My skin's designed for Ireland, so I don't get much sun, even though I'm in here in sunny Arizona. Kind of tend to stay away from it. But, and your K's. Your K's are wonderful. So, a lot of packed nutrition here. You've got your calcium, iron, there's magnesium a little bit, the packed full of nutrition. So in its good raw form, this is great. And also good source of omegas, a good source of 3 to 6 ratio in omegas, and cholesterol. Good source of cholesterol. Cholesterol is important. It's a good thing in the right form. It's crucial for your production of hormones, amongst other things. So when you cook them, your yolks, this becomes bad cholesterol. There's a big difference between good and bad cholesterol, right? You all know that. So I like to eat them raw, and occasionally I do like to cook them. So what I do is I separate them. I separate the yolk from the egg whites, and I'll cook the whites. I'll, dice the tomatoes and bell peppers and onion, whatever you want to put in, and then you make an omelet. And then you take that omelet and you pour back the yolks back over them. So this is where you're getting all your nutrition, the uncooked eggs. In its raw form, you get about 7 grams of protein per egg. There's probably maybe 60 calories. So I put like maybe 3 eggs in my shake, depending on what other kind of proteins I put in there. I make my own whey proteins, which is best for when I do a good muscular workout, when I'm doing some cardio workouts. Protein's important, so I don't want to pack tons of protein in my shake. Anything over like 25 to maybe 30 grams max is all your body can assimilate in one time. So anything after that, basically, it's going to turn to fat, or you store it. So, anyways, that's your egg, and it's wonderful in the raw form. When you cook them, it destroys a lot of the nutrients. So you can take this information and use it, or you can think that maybe I'm full of it and move on. But that's I've been doing this for a lot of years, and I tell you what, when I eat a cooked egg, I don't feel good. When I used to cook the eggs with the yolks, I'd feel kind of run down, and I just wonder why. Eggs are great food, but that's why, because you're losing a lot of the nutrients. So anyways, there you go. Hope you enjoy that. Utilize it. Take care.